Okay. Okay, good morning. Okay, the last class we have seen, or we have started with the industrial accidents. So, by definition, industrial accidents, it is any event which is unexpected and which causes the which causes the interruption of the work process, and it may result in the injury or damage. So, as a definition, we can say it is an unexpected event that interrupts the work process and carries the potential for injury or damage. And we have seen what are the main causes of a industrial accidents. That is mainly it can be classified into two, that is technical causes and human causes. So under the technical causes, there are two factors or two causes, like mechanical factors and environmental factors, and two similarly two factors coming under the human causes, like unsafe acts by the individual and unsafe personal factors. So we'll see one by one. First of all, what are the mechanical factors? So mechanical factors, what are the mechanical factors? We will see. First one, the unsafe design and construction of the building. Unsafe design and construction. Unsafe design and construction of the building. So suppose the construction or the design of the building itself is unsafe, then it may cause the industrial damage. So this comes under the technical factors. So basically, the causes of the industrial accidents are, we have seen, classified into two. In that first one, that is the technical causes. So what are the technical causes? Some causes which are uh, causing the industrial accident due to the technical uh, causes or technical factors, or relating to techniques, unsafe techniques. So that's the first one. And in that, the mechanical, what are the mechanical factors? So in the mechanical factors, first one is the unsafe design and construction. Second, next is the regarding the guarding. We have already mentioned for the safety, regarding the safety, we have to provide some guarding to the machines. So if the guarding is not proper, then it may result in the damage. So that is the next one, that is improper guarding. Improper guarding. Improper guarding of the machine or the equipment. Next is unsafe process being used in the machine. Unsafe process used in the machines. So there are various processes that can be done using any machine related to the sector. So if the process is unsafe, if the process is designed in a manner that is unsafe to the worker, then it may create the accidents, or there will be a huge probability to occur such sort of accidents. So this is the third point, that is unsafe processes. Then improper design of the planned layout. Improper design of planned layout. Planned layout. So suppose the plan layout is designed in not in a proper manner, then it may create certain accidents, like while shifting one equipment from one place to another, or when the material handling is done. If the layout is not proper, then it may create some accidents. So the improper design of plan layout, that is the fourth point. And one more, improper material handling devices. Improper material handling devices. So we have seen a variety of material handling devices and its purposes, applications, functionalities, etc., etc. So for different applications, there are different material handling devices, and each material handling devices have its own capacity or its own capabilities. So if it is not chosen in a proper manner, then it may create certain accidents, or yes, accidents itself. So that is the final thing, that is improper material handling devices. So these are the main mechanical factors which comes under the technical factors in the causes of industrial accidents. Now one more is there, that is the environmental factors. So now we'll see what are the environmental factors. Environmental factors. So these are the factors which causes industrial accidents due to the presence of some environmental issues, or any say atmospheric contaminants, or like that. Change in the environment, or undesirable change in the environmental properties, that may create some issues, and finally resulting in the accidents. That is the environmental factors. So we'll move on to that. That is first one, extreme temperature. Extreme temperature. So suppose the temperature, environmental temperature is high, then it may create certain accidents to the worker. Suppose unexpectedly the temperature increases, then it may cause the damage to the, or discomfort to the operator. Next, humidity. Regarding the humidity, same case of the temperature, like humidity, if it is much high, or if it is not in a optimum manner, then it may create a discomfort to the worker or employee, that may create certain accidents. Then regarding the lighting issue, that is illumination. If it is inadequate, that is inadequate illumination. So inadequate illumination, if it is not proper, so the lighting is not proper, then it may create a strain to the eyes of the workers, and that may create or there will be a huge probability of the accidents to occur, because if the work area is not clearly visible, or the proper view is not possible, then it may create many sort of accidents. So that is the third one, that is inadequate illumination. Then comes the presence of other particulate matters, or smoke, fumes, dust, etc. in the plant. There is a presence of dust, fume, smoke, etc. smoke, etc. in the plant. So, if due to the presence of these kind of pollutants, uh, the workers may feel some discomfort, and it may lead to accidents. Then next is the regarding the behavior. If the this is not the uh, external factors, but some other also there, that is regarding the behavior, that is also included in the environment. That is the behavior of the management. If it is harsh, then it may create some problems. It may affect the mental ability of the worker and may create some accidents. So the harsh behavior behavior which may also be considered as an environment. It may affect the worker of the management or the employer. And one more, that is the long duration of the work. Long duration of work. If the working duration is increased, then it may create a fatigue, so that there will be a chance of the accidents will be more. So these are the main factors which cause accidents due to the environmental factors, which come under the technical causes. That is, so we have discussed two. There is mechanical factors and environmental factors. Now we'll move to the human causes. The causes of the accidents mainly due to the human activities, whether it by the unsafe acts by the individual, or due to his some personal factors. So one by one we will see. The first one, unsafe acts by the individuals, we'll see first. So the unsafe acts by the individual. So this is the uh, classification of causes where the accidents are occurring due to certain activities done by the individuals, or the acts done by the individual workers. So we'll see which are they. So first one, operating machines or equipment, anything without proper authority. So without a proper authority, if the worker is doing some activity, suppose in the example, as an example, in while you are going to our lab, suppose you have to do the production lab, you are coming for the first time to the lab, you are going to do the production lab. But when you have seen the fluid machinery lab or thermal engineering lab there, you have a feeling that you just do some experiment in that. So without proper authority, you are doing something in that machine, and you don't know how to operate it, then it may create some accidents. So without proper authority, operating the machines and equipments, there is a first one. That is a operating machines, operating machines or equipments without proper authority. Without proper authority. Next one, the same thing, that is operating the machines or equipments at unsafe or exceeding speeds. Suppose there is a rated speed for any machine, and sometimes the worker will have a feeling that kadakate കുറച്ചും കൂടെ speed. Like that, if he increases the speed beyond the limit, then there may be some safety issues. Maybe uh, there will be a chance for 30% to for the accident to occur. Till there will be a chance for accident. So that is the thing. That is operating the machine or equipment with or at the unsafe speeds. Unsafe speeds. Next is the deliberate removal or disconnection of the safety devices. So each machines are provided with certain safety devices. There will be certain safety devices like fuse. There will be certain safety devices. But what happens is some workers will have a feeling that what happens if it is remote? Nothing will happen. In that manner, if they remove that, then the safety will be lost and there will be a chance of accident. So that is a deliberate removal of deliberate removal of safety devices. That is the third point. And next one, the deliberate unsafe position or posture taken by the person during work. That is, for example, in our production lab itself, Raven sir, he will give the instruction that don't stand like this, or don't keep the chuck over the chuck key over the chuck. Like that, there will be certain instructions, or he may say, don't lean to the wall like this, or stand closer to this particular machine. But deliberately, what you do is you will do the same. Then what happens is your hand or your leg, anything will go inside the machine and അരഞ്ഞ് തേഞ്ഞ് ചത്തിട്ടുണ്ടാവും അല്ലേ? So eh, so there will be a chance of accident to occur. Why? Because you are violating the or not obeying the proper instructions, and you are deliberately uh, occupying the unsafe position. So that is the fourth point. That is deliberate unsafe position, deliberate unsafe position or posture taken by the person or the worker. Okay. And finally, unsafe practices adopted in loading, blazing, mixing, handling, etc., etc., etc. So for the uh, any procedures or any process, there are many sub process like loading, placing, mixing, etc. For each practices or the each procedure, we can sometimes we adopt certain unsafe practices or the procedure which is unsafe. It should not be done in that manner, but we deliberately do, or sometimes unknowingly, without the knowledge, proper knowledge, we are doing, we are opting the unsafe manner. Then, in that case, accident may be happening. So that is the fifth point. That is unsafe unsafe practices adopted in the process like loading, mixing. Suppose for mixing and all, if you are using your hand itself, then it may create some accidents. So there are certain standard procedures for mixing. You have to use certain material or any equipment for mixing rather than your hand, or like that. There are certain standard procedures which gives the safety. But if it is we are using is unsafe, then it may create the accidents, mixing, handling, etc. Okay, etc. Okay, so these are the unsafe acts by the individuals. Now, one more, that is the unsafe personal factors. So we will see what are the unsafe personal factors. Unsafe personal factors. So, what are the personal factors? Unsafe personal factors. So, these are the factors which are dealing with the mental effect of the workers. അവരുടെ മനസ്സിൽ തോന്നുന്ന എന്തൊക്കെയോ പ്രശ്നങ്ങൾ കൊണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന കോസസ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ അതെങ്ങനെയൊക്കെയാണെന്നുള്ളത് നോക്കാം. ഫസ്റ്റ് വൺ, നെഗ്ലിജന്റ് ആറ്റിറ്റ്യൂഡ്. Negligent attitude. So, negligent attitude of the worker towards following the instructions. So, there are a sort of instructions. Many instructions will be given for a particular mechanism or for a machine to operate. These are the standard instructions given. But what happens is the worker will have a attitude that പോയി പണി നോക്ക്, ഇതിപ്പോൾ ചെയ്തില്ലേലും വലിയ കാര്യമൊന്നുമില്ല, ഇത് നമ്മൾ കുറേ കണ്ടതാ. So in that manner there will be a negligence in the part of the workers. If there is there, then it may ultimately create some accidents now or some other time. So that is the first one. That is a negligent attitude or negligent attitude of the worker towards or following the instructions. The next one is not neglecting, but due to his ignorance or lack of knowledge or carelessness or sometimes forgetfulness, certain accidents may occur. That is the next thing, that is ignorance, forgetfulness or carelessness. These may create the accidents. Okay, next, home environment. അപ്പോൾ അവർ വേണമെങ്കിൽ വീട്ടിലിരിക്കുന്ന ഒരു ഓർമ്മയിലായിരിക്കും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വീട്ടിലെ വർക്കറിന് എന്തെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ പ്രശ്നം ഉണ്ടാവും. ദാറ്റ് മേ അഫക്റ്റ് ഹിസ് മെൻ്റൽ എബിലിറ്റി or it may affect his working. So it may create certain problems and deliberately it may result in some accidents. And next one, non-usage of the safety devices. Usage of safety devices. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മളടുത്ത് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുണ്ട് മാസ്ക് ഇടാൻ, അല്ലേ? We have all given the instructions to wear mask while traveling, whether it is single mask or double mask, anything. But what we can see is 90% of the people will not wear it properly, or they are not using in the same manner. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെ വരുമ്പോൾ എന്തായിരിക്കും സംഭവിക്കുക? നമ്മുടെ പർപ്പസ് നടക്കില്ല, അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ അവിടെ എന്താണ്, ശരിക്കും പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണോ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ചത് ആ ഒരു കാര്യം നടക്കുന്നില്ല. അപ്പം അതേപോലെ തന്നെ we have a lot of plenty of safety devices available. We have already seen the personal protective devices and all. So once it is used, then we can prevent or reduce the cause of accidents. But what happens is, when the people or the worker is having some attitude that there is no need for using this safety devices, in that at that point of time, what happens is accidents may occur. So that is a last point, that is non-usage of the safety devices. So these are the unsafe personal factors. So these four are the main causes of industrial accidents. Now we'll see what are the economic aspects of the accidents. There is a cost. So we can relate the cost with the accidents. Suppose we some accidents are occurring, then we can say there will be many loss to the both to the employees or the employee or even to the society. There will be some loss. So these loss can be calculated based on cost. Cost can be there are direct cost which is measurable, or indirect cost which comes which are the indirect cases. So one by one we can see. So I think it is time, so that will be discussed in the next class.